and the last chapter has a section on the top 12
Gotta get us a
problems
quick
that you can face in your garden.
lab
Get
game
the book
in
on
for
Amazon,
the league
just search
game.
for it, or I'll leave a link down in the YouTube description section below. If you enjoyed this video, click that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll leave it at that. On the outro card here, the video on the left is another harvest video that I put out this year, and the video on the right is automatically generated by the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode.
You're not going to be able to find these strains replicated elsewhere.
I was living like this double life where I had these grow operations and I was selling this weed and then I was also attending school at the same time.
Back in the days when we used to work, it wasn't like all this.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, you're the guy with the most fire back, and that's the type of feeling that we try to build for with every single antibiotics product.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Hey, we're cannabis friends. So we're here in Southern California at Cannabiotics. And if you haven't heard of them, they're the #1 selling flower brand in the entire state. And they really just started trying to go fire for your family and friends. Let's go inside and say hi to Nima, their co-founder.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Canna Cribs at Cannabiotics. If you'd like an episode featuring your facility, well, my friends, you're in luck. Hit that link in the description below.
I'm ready.
Am I supposed to be looking at you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck the cameras.
Okay.
They're not there.
I'm ready, playboy.
Okay.
I mean, Bao and Nick,
Wow. This is amazing.
they don't even like talking to people anyway, so. Mark? Nima, it's a pleasure to finally step foot in Cannabiotics facility because I've seen you guys on Instagram. I've heard your brand as being one of the top brands in California, making some of the most exclusive and honestly fire strains in the entire industry. So I understand you're a co-founder, but like, what's your day-to-day?
Thank you, my man. I'm the co-founder / owner and CEO of Cannabiotics. All of the things you highlighted is due to
And he'll take this ahead for about 4, second down
How did
coming
this all
up.
get started? How did you get into cannabis?
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a game of 4, Dave. They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
So I had a lot of exposure to cannabis at an early age, and a lot of my older buddies were selling, smoking, and had small grow operations. When I was 15 years old, I originally got into selling weed just to smoke for free. Eventually, when I went to college, I started kind of a distro network where I was selling all of the frat houses.
The old school, like, Sun
The
System
run got
magnums in the
4, now they
garage.
deal with a 2nd and 6.
And I had a few of those kind of fall out. One of them got robbed.
Again,
I was
it's
living like this double
That's
life.
all me.
Stop behind the line of
Selling this
scrimmage.
weed, and I was
That's a
also
big
attending
loss
school
of
at the
3,
same
and it
time.
brings up
Slept
3rd down.
very little
Pretty straightforward
during those
play
years.
there by the
I started
linebacker.
our
He
first
saw the
brand,
run,
Gold Coast
went with
Extract
straight ahead
Collection,
pursuit and
and
dumped him
entering
behind
cannabis
the line of
competition.
scrimmage.
We had to smuggle those cup entries to Amsterdam.
On 3rd down, it's
We were one of the
Prescott.
first American brands to ever win the High Times Amsterdam World Cup. We kind of
Good. Yeah.
There's well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal-ready offense versus his own defense.
And in
Guys are
2017,
available
we
and put the
actually
ball on the
came back to
receiver
Cali
before any defender can
that's
step
the
up and
operation
fill it.
They did it well there.
How do you
Perfectly
guys
executed
consistently stay
crossing
in the
route.
high-grade area? And like, what does the Cannabiotics brand mean to those people who are maybe less familiar with it than I?
We don't concern ourselves with the bottom line. We don't concern ourselves with creating a lineup that's going to yield the most per square feet. Growing what we like to smoke at top level. That's really
First down
sets us
carry by
apart from the
Elliott.
pack,
And he'll lose
because
yardage
we're
here.
willing to
Back at
grow
the
strains that might
47.
take 7 to 7
Devondre
days
Campbell,
to
the one who
mature.
fought his way in
We're
to
never
make the
looking to
play.
rush
So the
anything
first down
to get a
run lost a
particular
couple.
flavor out
Now
the
they
door.
come up 2nd and
Nima,
12.
I can tell you, I can't wait to see some of the exclusive genetics you're running in this facility. I think it's time for me to visit your crew up at the crop.
Here's
Yeah,
Prescott.
definitely. Let's go meet the squad.
Do it.
And that's complete to Dalton Schultz. they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott to throw on fourth. Open man is Noah Brown. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Good D, good D.
Give or take, depending on strain, the size, how quick we want to get them in the flour. Because we can always juice them up in veg 2A2B where the whites are really tense.
You're looking for them to have certain amount of
2
structure.
running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Says, you know what? This guy, he's
Prescott
ready for
to throw
veg
it.
2A.
First and foremost is root zone. Everyone will
That is caught by and this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So, Wills, in terms of the feed, you know, you have them on automated drip lines here. Let's talk about from when they first go into
No
bed,
score after
like, how
one
much
on EA
fluid these
Sports.
things getting in terms of PPMs or EC.
Sure. So even from day one of corn in the first transplant, they're getting a PPM between 1100 and 1250, and throughout the whole veg process.
Wales, in terms of nutrients and what you guys are feeding the plants here, what are you guys using antibiotics?
So in veg and facility, we use general hydroponics. We use their full baseline, which we've been using, honestly, since day one. From what I can remember, I've been with the company over 8 years.
Pistol, here's
We've been
Ellie.
using it the whole time.
Even with the good movie showed, he'll be brought down short of 15.
You have to
calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise,
Good shit.
quarterback makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled as a point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off. On that play, it had no chance.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Good D, good D.
It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
There's no way you can describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense.
That is true.
They were right on the precipice.
That name from
Points
Nima,
were available. All they had to do was just fall forward,
It sounds like
and they were going to put them up on the board instead.
for a long time.
A long
right?
drive ends in heartbreak, and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How do you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside.
When we first started our trial runs, and we kind of got going, and we were very successful by growing strains that we like to smoke, and not strains that yield much.
So, what are some of the things that you guys do here that you think really contribute to the plant having better quality?
Okay, so we have versatile rigs. So you can tell we have rails on our lights, which allow us to
now the man
bring
from
in
Utah,
the
this is Aaron Jones. And now get him
and
down
also
up
give
past
them
the
a
15.
Got it.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate for 1st and 10 at the 18.
Flushing, but not
And now deep on the ground for
We've already
Jones.
taken
And
off
he
close
is
to
met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crash down inside and tackle him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers.
So they're a little more coming in. So
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So the Blues play
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
We have Levitas, we have 750s.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
They're more versatile.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Lights for specific strains.
They'll go again to Jones.
For our 8
and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Produce a little bit better.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
When they first come in, we like to keep it very similar to veg. So when you're coming in, it's supposed to feel like Miami, just humid, very low light. As you get into your 2nd week and 3rd week, now you're coming in, you're turning up your ideal air humidifiers.
From midfield,
trying to really control and bring up your humidity.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
At the same
and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Got it. And do you change those parameters over the flowering cycle, or you kind of stay there?
So as we get into the later
on 2nd down, it's Jones.
And
this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2 and 3rd and 1.
Or any kind of humidity staying inside of our nuts. As we get into
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
You want to be somewhere around.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Temperatures should be dropping somewhere around 75, 74.
And a huge return as they take this
Good shit. You needed that.
I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive if they're off the screen and then a nice return.
Nowadays, they do more balls.
Damn, 7 rushes, 1 yard.
want to take possession to trying to get someone below 50, but 45.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so a 2nd and 9.
Well,
sometimes you have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw completed in the hands of Schultz here. And they're going to be set up now with a board at the 13-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
By really cranking our defense during that time.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
I gotta ask, what are some of your favorite strains?
Well, some of my favorite strains would obviously have to be the OGs. I would say the Blue Flame is one of my favorites. Wi-Fi.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
I'm about to share with you guys some of the new in-house bred exclusive flavors we recently hunted and are getting ready to debut. One of them is the Ayahuasca, which is a cross of two of our most kind of powerful strains, I would say, potent strains. One of them being our really highly decorated award-winning White Walker, and the other one, the number one selling strain in California right now, CBX.
He's sacked.
And that is
Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And I think the coolest
now a
part of that
timeout coming here defensively.
From a plant structure
as on
perspective
fourth down, may as well
the White
make a
Walker
punt.
having
On
very
fourth down,
gappy
Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Maher is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So Charles, they get to the first turnover of the game, and they make it a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. Really excited to share with you guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
So Ty, I understand you're, I think, the assistant cultivation manager, and you also had
alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
How'd you end up getting into cannabis?
Cannabis kind of just
What's going on?
earlier than maybe it should have. I studied agroecology, and then I minored in horticulture, soil science, and environmental protection, which kind of really helped me gain a little bit of knowledge in all corners of growing.
So how did you get
Let me
hooked
pick
up
a
with
play.
antibiotics?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. In this day and age, social media is a great thing. So when I was in college, I was talking to our owner back and forth. I was telling him, hey, like, we're doing these entomology programs, and helping us talk through this publication, like pathology. I think I bugged him a lot, and out of nowhere, I just got a random phone call from him, and he was like, hey,
These
man,
offenses
we're in
seemingly
Las
still
Vegas,
back
and
in
need
the
some new
hotel
toys.
for the
And I
first
was like,
half.
say
3-0
no more.
our score as
I
the
got you.
second half gets underway from the 10.
That's a good story, man. Well,
And
let's
now
talk
a
about
little
this
across
facility.
the 25 to the 27.
IPM, that's your core competency, and you help orchestrate that, this facility. You know, tell us about how you guys manage all that. Honestly, from top to bottom, I want to learn from you.
It all starts off with a clean facility, right? And then we
The
go ahead
Packer
and
offense
start
ready to
with
get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well.
Oh, good shit.
They got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a
Keeping
comeback.
pests away. Normally people don't think about that. They think about it as like part of their kind of
Go
plant
for
food
it.
nutrient regimen, but you're
This
talking
one
about
swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Integrate that into maybe their growth based off what you guys do here.
Yeah, so you see a lot of
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now Rodgers. Able to find out that he's hard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
It's been a pleasure learning from you.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
So Dave,
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those overlooked plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it when they get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worrying about traffic coming out on the other end.
doesn't come in exactly.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more to that drive.
So we
They sparked a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
And we use hyperlogic
On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
So the city water treatment systems for the standard 10,000 gallon per day
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
filtration, anti-scale injection, and reverse osmosis. So we actually have two of those systems, despite our water demand being about less than 8,000 gallons a day, because we just want to have the ability to have that redundancy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
750 M down to what's the output?
So typically you get about 9%.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we were starting here.
Better get something going, Playboy.
5, 6. That's typically what we
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Nice, yeah.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on
My longest run.
They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they're planning to do on offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and
From there,
7.
we distribute it out to our treatment system here behind me, which is the ARCS Hyperlogic.
So like in a facility like
They'll
this,
run
how much
left
of
with
the water
Pollard.
you guys
Short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
So we
Back-to-back runs,
typically
I'd say
are
that
blending
encompassed
our
maximum
treated
effort
water, so
for
that's
minimal
6
gain.
parts per
Minimal
million,
yardage, and now
with
they're
the
going to need something
condensate
more than
water,
minimal
which
on
actually
this play
comes out to
coming
about
up.
0, because we actually deionize that with the ARC skin. So
It
when
looks
they
like
mix
the
together,
Packers have
we
added an
typically
extra
use about
DB on third
40%
down.
condensate to 60% RO. So the ARC system does sediment filtration, UV filtration, and then carbon filtration.
Prescott.
When you do a build out like this size, it's all about relationships.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down.
I've
Well
had
done.
everything from getting brand new systems from them, and making sure that they're tested and they come leak free and they work on day one, all the way to getting small little O-rings that I couldn't find in the entire city of Los Angeles.
So David, other than kind of, you know, one of the most important aspects, the water aspect, what other things do you all manage in the facility?
Ooh, that's the game.
Odor control,
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
Nah, that ain't the game. Good shit.
pre-filters regularly.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done
Good shit, good shit.
locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They're actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zone. They didn't give up a touchdown.
It's too easy.
Romeo Dobbs from 8 yards out, and the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So this, Charles,
Okay,
a tight
so
game through the
pretend
first
we
two
have this
quarters, but they've come out in the second half and really took the fight to them.
Right.
And you and I both
Flower
know that in the locker room at
basically ready to
halftime,
harvest.
both
What
sides head
would
coaches
someone in
emphasize the
Cowboys
first
do
5 minutes of the
once they
second
get
half,
harvested?
getting out and
When
establishing
we're growing
yourselves.
a string,
One team has
we don't
definitely
have
done
like a
that.
set numerical
Crosby
date
connects
at
on
which
the
we're
extra
going to harvest
point,
it,
and that
more
pushes
of
the
like
lead
a
up to
reasonable
11.
harvest window.
Now after the
Within
touchdown,
that
here's
window,
Crosby to kick it
depending on the
away.
round for a particular strain, we might cut a strain down to big 64, big 65.
At the
Some of
25.
the indicators that you guys really look out for that tells you, you know what?
Definitely.
This is the day.
The
One of
Dallas
the things
offense
that
here
we
set
read
to begin the
is the
drive.
fade in.
And really, Charles, not
So
much
the
of a
fan
surprise
base
that they're
plan
losing. They
are
just
not
haven't
just
been able to
the
get
solar
much of
panels,
anything
but also
going in the
the
pass game. And
as we're going
as you
through
well
the
know,
flushing part of the
and that's
cycle,
caught inside the
we're
35.
looking at the fade and
That
plant
ended
to
marked
make
down
sure
about
it's
the
pulling
26-yard
everything out of those
line.
pantries and
Dak Prescott,
metabolizing
probably not the
to
first name
ensure
you think of in terms of strongest arms in the
every
NFL, but
kind
he showed
of
it off there.
grower and grow squad has a different preference and how much
A first
amber,
down throw for
cloudy,
Prescott.
clear, and that's also something that depends on the
And
application.
he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Okay, good shit, good shit. They got a little overconfident on us. It happens.
And the Cowboys ready
so
to get a score
that the
back in
matrix
the
element
final
is
stages
green
for this
light.
third quarter.
Hang
And
dry.
that touchdown
all of our
drive happened
cameras,
very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike
hang
ability they
dry.
showed.
Green light
For a
is
defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Good D.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two.
So
From
tell
the
me a little bit about
Ashkers, a former
what your
DB.
trimming
What
philosophy
changes
One
there
of the
around
things
the
that
line on a
we've
two-point
kind of
conversion
done,
as far as how you're
dating
defending
back
it?
to
You just make sure you
black
never
market
back
days
up and you
is
never
the
retreat.
revolve
You
branch
establish
method.
yourself really
And
on the
so
line of
when
scrimmage. Put your heels on
the
the goal
hangers
line at
initially
worst.
come in on
If
the
they're going to
racks,
throw the ball,
one
make
of
them
our
throw it over
assistant
your head
trim
because they're going to run out of
technicians
space
will
to the
actually
back of
cut
the end
them
zone.
down and
Never
stage
let a guy catch one
and
in
trim
front of you.
bins for the trimmers in these kind of shorter branches, something like this, right? And when the trimmers actually then grab the branches and take them back to their stations, the trimmers actually grab not the buds themselves, but the branches
Packer
and
offense
revolve
ready to
the
get their
branch
next
around
drive
as
underway.
they trim the flowers.
They really struggled
This
in the first
ensures
half, but
as
they've
many,
made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustments, or sometimes is it guys just sticking by to the game plan?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go take a look.
I'll call you.
Hi, we're going to show you how we trim here at CBX. We use the rotating the stem technique. We like to cut our
Right at
stems
35,
all in
back
pieces
to
so we
work
can
on
hold it
second
by the
and
stem.
four.
The purpose of that is we're not trying to touch the trichromes, we're trying to preserve it. So you want to start by taking off the leaves. They don't contain that much crystals, so that's the purpose
This
of
one
us
complete
setting
to
them off.
Tunyon underneath.
It's easier to
Shit.
maneuver
Second
and
catch for
give
the
the
day.
flower
It'll wind
structure.
up a first down.
The last step of rotating the stem cycle will be cutting it into the bag.
Shotgun
So we
now
cut it
for
into the bag
Rodgers.
to
From
minimize
the
the
out
hand
route,
touching of the
incomplete.
bud.
That's
About to get
Cobb.
picked.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So Dan,
Finally
I
hauled
understand
down for
you
the
run the
first time this
extraction here
game.
at
Multiple
Antibiotics.
defenders in
What's your
there to
official
drop
title?
it.
My official title is Director of Manufacturing. So pretty much anything to deal with the edibles, concentrates, or packaging any of the concentrates or infused drugs.
Got it. So how did you end up working at
Throwing is
Antibiotics?
Rodgers
I
on
was on
third
Washington
down.
for a while. So
This is
I was
Cobb with
running
a
a
catch
lab out
right
there.
Good shit.
Nima hit me up on Instagram
And
asking
he's
if
going to
I'd
have
like
the
to
Packers first down as they're able to get the
business
third down
antibiotics, which I've
conversion.
actually heard of at the time. So he flew me
Rodgers
out
going
here
to
and I
throw.
saw this big one empty warehouse and saw green.
Good shit, good shit.
$750 extraction
That's a
tube and everything,
Packers
and he was serious
touchdown.
about it, so I had to pack up and move on down.
Got it. Okay. So now in this facility, I mean, you're pumping out a ton of stuff. What kind of forms of extraction are you guys doing here?
We do BHO, we do rosins, we do distillate, infused coconut oils for edibles.
How long have you been doing extractions for?
Almost 9 years. been
Got
doing
it.
this. Started out in the backyard with just my trim and a little glass PVC-like tube, and here we are. Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Right on. Well, you pulled out a plethora of different types of outputs of extraction here. Can you kind of walk us through some of this? I mean, I don't even know what some of this stuff is.
So, start with this one because this is already opened up. We got our solventless line. This is our rosins and stuff. We press them. So this is what it looks like at first. We press them, we get the fresh press and everything. But usually with fresh press, that'll dry out and get all cakey. So I actually like to split my products and let them sit for a few days, and then you get an actual nice, good batter consistency. For one of our main things that a lot of people like is we do cartridges.